Hey everybody, welcome back. I wanted to show you, recently did some thrifting and hit a flea market and found some knives, and I wanted to show them to you. I got quite a few to go through, so I'll jump right in. First one here, this is a little Colonial pocket knife, and I can't zoom in on the tang stamp very well here, so here's a picture of it. Yeah, and as you can see, it's a curved Colonial, and this one has two blades, advertising knives, Sanitary Supply Company Incorporated. From what I read, the curved Colonial is 1926 to 1938. I'm no Colonial expert, but any of you out there watching, if you want to correct me on that or confirm that, that would be great. But the little smaller blade, it's almost like a spade blade, pen blade, whatever. But it's going to clean up really nice. I mean, it's got a little factory shine to it and everything. And this knife wasn't used very much. It wasn't sharpened to death. It's got a really nice nail nick. So this video here is before of all these knives. And I'm going to clean them all up, and then I'll do another video when I get them all done and show you how they turned out. Anyway, so there's an old Colonial. It's got a little bit of a nice snap to it there. And then here's another Colonial. I thought this was so cute. Oh, I paid $5 for that one. And then this one here, I mean, it's a tiny little thing. Yeah, so this one's like 2 3/4 inches closed, and it has two blades. There's one of the blades, and the other blade still in pretty nice shape. Yeah, it's very rusty, but it's not pitted real deep, and this one will clean up real nice too. And here's the tang stamp picture of this one. Yeah, and so I paid $5 for this one too. And then here, I wasn't quite sure of the maker on this, but it caught my eye because it has real wood handle scales on it. I really like that. But it's a Klein, M. Klein. Hard to read, but here's the tang stamp picture. Yeah, it's kind of hard to make it out, but I used a magnifier, and it is a Klein, M. Klein tools. This blade here is not too bad. This one's going to clean up really nice too. The bail's all bent up. Like I said, these are the before pictures. Another $5 for that one. And then this was unique. I paid $1 for this, and it says Craftsman. Here's the tang stamp. Yeah, Craftsman. I don't know if this blade's been, I assume it's been sharpened down, and it used to be that wide across, but I have no idea. Not sure when Craftsman quit making kitchen knives. I know they had a pretty good run of them, and I think Case, the W.R. Case and Sons, was actually making knives and putting Craftsman's name on them. But I just kind of like that. I mean, this would be a great little fillet knife, actually. If somebody did grind it down, they did a pretty good job. Or maybe it was made like that. If you've seen one like that in the past, let me know. Yeah, love to find out more about that one. So that was $1. And then this one here is pretty bad. It's an old Schrade 152. Yeah, 152 Schrade Oldtimer. And tips broke, been sharpened to death, not taken care of. but I'm going to try to bring this baby back to life. $3 for that one. This one here I was really happy to find. It's an old Imperial, but it's the Frugal USA. So this one was made up until 1988, I believe, on this one. And it's a 3-blade. It's got a really nice spay blade. This one's probably one of the better ones as far as condition goes. It's going to clean up really nice. There's no evidence this one's ever even been used. I don't think this knife has ever been used. It's got a really nice badge. And yeah, it's got the clip point spay blade. And then it also has a nice sheep's foot blade on this one. $5. I mean, yeah, a really nice gentleman, and that I met, and that was selling these for his son. And yeah, really happy with the deal I got. The nice fair price. So yeah, that one was in the $5 section. And then moving along, here's a Boker USA, and the blades are in pretty good shape. Here's the tank stamp. Yeah, so it's a Boker USA. Not sure when this was made. It's the it doesn't have the what do you call it, grooved or ridged bolsters like a lot of them had, and I think that might be one day of identifying the age of them is by that, but I'm not sure. But and then there's the pen blade. So yeah, and it actually has, I think this one has the model number on the back of the blade. Yes. Yeah, it's a 3696 model. This one's the 3696. So, and of course it's missing the badge. But I'm gonna look around, try to find one, fix that up. This one's gonna clean up really nice. And I love this little knife. This is gonna be a great addition to my collection. Boker USA. Really good quality. Brass liners. Yeah, $5 for that one. And then this one here, if you can help me out. I had a hard time. I did find one of these, but it's a Frugal. I guess you pronounce it F-R-U-G-L is the brand in Germany. And it seems like a really good quality. I mean, all the blades snap really nice. This one also has a spay blade. And yeah, look at that. Look at that. Nice. It's in very good condition, except for the crack. Yeah, right down the middle here at that pin. That's cracked. But other than that, it just needs a good cleaning. Yeah, it just needs to be cleaned up and everything. But Frugal, yeah, I looked them up. I did find one other one that sold, I don't know when, years ago. And I found some kitchen knives with that brand. But don't know any history about the company. I couldn't find anything. So if you know anything, let me know. I appreciate it. Seems like a pretty nice quality, you know, German-made little 3-bladed pocket knife there. All right, and then yeah, this was at a thrift store. I got duped on this one. So I had my prescription sunglasses on. I can't read anything without my glasses. These are progressive lens bifocals, and it was dark in the store. The lighting wasn't very good, and I just kind of opened this up, and I was like, oh, Fury. But I like the lightweightness of it because it's just plastic scales, you know. And it seems to snap and lock really well. You can hear that snap. And so I like that fact. But then when I got it home and looked at it closer, I mean, it looks like it's never been sharpened or anything. Yeah, and then I got it home. and I may not have opened the blade up all the way. I just saw that number. I'm like, I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure. And then when you open it up all the way, then you can see. You know, China. But it seems like a pretty nice little pocket knife, you know. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. And, yeah, I'll probably carry it and use this one. And then I'm not a collector of straight razors or anything like that, but this caught my eye. And it looked pretty good. And I thought, oh, yeah, there's another, you know, that's pretty nice. It's in pretty good shape. It'll clean up good. Has some type of micarta. Yeah, it's like a linen-based micarta for the handle. And there again, I got it home, flipped it over, opened it up. And China. But it seems pretty nice, you know. So, and yeah, so I paid $5 for these. And then, yeah, I found some pewter, these little pewter things. I'm always looking for pewter because I'm going to be doing some more pewter casting on knife handles and bolsters and stuff. And then I found this one. Got pretty excited. It's an old case tested XX. Here's the tang stamp. Yeah, so it's 1920 to 1940 case XX. Paid $3 for this. This is the good side. Now we flip it, and look at that. One of the scales fell off, and apparently a knife repair guy or somebody that was knowledgeable with repairing pocket knives, got a hold of this and did a bunch of work on it. The only thing original would probably be maybe the liners. Yeah, I guess maybe the liners are. And these two old blades. This is a muskrat. It's the muskrat pattern, which are very rare. But it's not at all original. The blades, I know Case did use two different nail nicks, and I've seen examples of knives where on the same knife they'd have two different styles. They'd have that half moon, I'm calling it, nail nick, and then the groove one on the same blade. The badge is a correct Case tested XX badge shield. And the scale probably is, and these bolsters are, but he replaced the springs. I didn't even notice that when I got it. I mean, I thought, you know, $3. It's definitely worth $3. But yeah, the springs have been replaced on it. Those are like fairly new. I don't know when they were put on, but yeah, and they don't. There's no snap in the blades. And it's not a very tight fit on anything. You know, none of this is flush. So he didn't do the greatest job. He got the old knife functional again, it being 100 years old or more. You know, right around 100-year-old pocket knife. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to replace this aluminum scale with a piece of bone or stag, and maybe try and match it a little bit closer to this side. Luckily, you know, it's on the side that doesn't have that, so I don't have to worry about cutting out and recessing the shield back in it. You know, because this side looks pretty good. I'm not sure, you know, if this was a bone stag. You know, it looks like it had some jigging in it at one time. I'm assuming this was stag, but if any of you know, you case experts out there, give me an idea more about this knife, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, we'll clean that up, and we'll only this blade is marked with the case tested right there. XX, and it's kind of hard to make out because it's pretty wore. It's been opened and closed a lot of times in its life, you know. This blade's not marked, but I believe it is a case blade, but it's been sharpened so much it almost looks like a pruning blade, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, that's a look at my thrift store and flea market find. Yeah. I should say, so all 11 of these knives I paid $42. So it works out to like $3.81 each is the average of what I paid for all of them. So pretty good. All fell within my budget, which is very low for these things. And I'm just doing this for the video. It keeps me busy cleaning these things up and you know, giving them a second life. And I really enjoy it. So come on back for the next one. Come on back, like, share, subscribe, all that. It helps me out. And then if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, then when I get the video, when I get all these fixed up, cleaned up and everything and make a video, then you'll be notified and you can see them in their after condition. So I appreciate it this day. We'll see you in the next one.